Hello YouTube, my name is Chris and welcome back to my Let's Play God Hand. Alright, this stage, 1-4, Secret Warehouse Carnival, I think. This stage is kind of the breaking point for, you know, just being able to play around in this game and then realizing that this game is really, in fact, pretty difficult. And I believe I started with a horrible weapon in my combo. That low kick tended to knock them down and wouldn't let me build, you know, a dizzy. Especially when I guard break them, it would knock them off their feet right away, which is, you know, not what I wanted. So I believe I do go into my pause screen and change that out real quick. I don't know how long it takes me to catch on. I'm kind of concentrating on not dying as opposed to. I think I catch on pretty soon here. This is not what I want. Got to be able to dizzy him. Gives the big damage. It's kind of an awkward move anyway, isn't it? There we go. That's when I decide that this is just not in the cards. Anyways, yeah, the first time I played this game on normal mode, I think I never played this game on easy. I always played it on normal or up. I usually, if I start a new game, I usually do play it on normal as opposed to easy. I'm not big on taking the easiest difficulty by any means. I feel that you should challenge yourself at all times. Let's see. Yeah, this was a bitch. Especially when I wasn't good at the game. This stage sucked. I do get this all in one recording, but there were many failed recordings. Let's put it that way. And of course, say much the same for pretty much every single stage in this entire Let's Play. If I ever do one stage 100% from start to finish on the first recording, I'd be surprised just because this game is extremely difficult in hard mode. There we go. That's some BS right there, isn't it? So. Nice. Let's see. The hardest part is getting to the damn bosses themselves, because after you deal with Tubby McFatass here, which is, I can't believe I get hit by that. After you deal with him, you get the two large thugs, and they're just total pain in the ass. And basically, you got to get lucky and make sure at least you always feel a little bit better when you break the boxes around any boss fight area. If you get at least one roulette wheel replenish your card, ideally you want one that replenishes two of them, so you feel pretty good about letting your roulette wheels fly, just tearing them up with your roulette moves. And what I do here is something I won't have to do so much when I get that Yes Man Kablam move from behind the stage boss's chair. What I do basically, I think I do it here, is I just get him dizzy and then. Or just run away from him and taunt until I got my God Hand gauge totally filled up. I believe I do it. There we go. Yeah, here's where I start taunting like a bitch. But it is what it is. You need the God Hand gauge. It's necessary. It's not really. I don't feel like it's cheap because the entire time you're taunting, this guy's trying to make you his bitch, like non-stop. So it's not like you're just sitting back taunting and you can't do anything about it. Actually. There's one instance in the next stage where I do that because one of the enemies doesn't really move towards you, and I didn't really like doing that. But this room, for stage 1 area, it's just so mind-blowingly difficult that I felt justified in doing it at the time. 38, 40 continues or so will do that to you, so please don't flame me for that. But you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll definitely point it out in the next video. I'll spend some time talking about that room. It'll probably become obvious when you see what I have to do to survive. So, I taunt him, I get my God Hand gauge full. Bring it on. And then you can see the two flaming homos up on the stage dancing back there. They are the bosses. And they may look, I guess ridiculous is the word we'll use for this. Not to try to offend anybody. But they are much tougher than they look. If you're not prepared for it, they'll shred you in a second. It'll be very, very quick, and you'll be hitting continue very angrily. So, actually, there was one video where I had them beat. I think the last video I tried to record before the successful attempt, I had them beaten, and one of the guys was dead, and the other one had you couldn't even see his health that he had left. It was such a minuscule amount, and he went off of like a 5 or 6 hit streak on me. Anyways, this is what Dragon Kick is good for. This is what I was talking about for the last video, because it has quite a big hit area. So when you need to hit 2 and 1 and get a huge chunk of their health gone, it's usually the go-to move. Just get them lined up as close as you possibly can. Just take your time with it. You don't always have to pull the trigger right when you hit the God Hand and you realize that your shot is not on target and you're not going to get both of them in one shot. Just press triangle, reel it back in, and get a better position to do it next time. So anyways, I pick up the next card here, and I just go to town on this dude. When they're by themselves, they're not the most intimidating enemies in the game. So they do look funny though, and that move right there is pretty annoying. He actually does hit me with it right now, which I felt I dodged that, but can't get a call. Where's the ref when you need him? So anyways, I make short order of him right about now, and on to the next one. The next stage is much harder than this one. You get a little funny text. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Great.